Amy Hutchison, owner and founder of Resident Rockstar Promotions. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
We are very glad to be meeting with you, and we'd like to have you sort of give us the history of Resident Rockstar, and of course of Metal Maidens as well, and take it away.
Okay, like you said, I'm Amy. I founded Resident Rockstar back in 1999. We didn't have a name. The name came later. We just basically wanted to help bands. And out of that, the Metal Maidens formed. Some years later, it was between 2004 and 2007 that we really took off. And it started with just 3 girls. It was myself, and then a girl named Evil Angel, or Heather, who's my cousin's wife. And then a girl named Izzy was our first actual Metal Maiden, where we solicited her to come do a photo set and write about her. She was in a local band in Fort Collins. A lot of people will be happy to hear Izzy's name. So those were the first 3 girls. I did a photo shoot with her in Boulder Cemetery. It was an Angel of Death themed photo shoot, very gothic. She's very naked. And it kind of took off from there. You know, a lot of people ask us a lot what the Metal Maidens are. And I think first and foremost, we're a street team. That's where it started from, is that we wanted to, you know, help people, and that's what we were doing. We were out on the streets anyway, going to shows, so we started handing out flyers and taking pictures, and you know, put together Facebook and MySpace pages, and started a website that we could use to direct people to the local music that was playing. You know, so that's really where it started. So from there, we've grown. I mean, like, we have over 75 girls in our group now. There's about 25 to 30 active members in the northern Colorado area. We have girls in Florida, Texas, California, Nebraska, Missouri, and Canada. So we've got girls all over the country.
Excellent.
And the Metal Maidens is basically the street team for the website. And the website hosts national and local acts from all over the world. You can sign up to volunteer. If you're on the road and you have a flat tire in our area, we'll come out and help you with that. If you need runners, drivers, techs, pretty much anything, home cooked meal, shower, we can help you with that. So
The Metal Maidens network is wide and vast and helpful.
Yes, yes. A lot of people assume that we're groupies because of the pictures. It's kind of, they get blindsided by the tits. And it's not all about tits. It's about making women feel good about themselves and helping people.
Right. Well, Resident Rockstar Photography certainly stands out among all the metal and rock photography here in Colorado and nation at large, frankly. And so,
Thank you.
How did you start? You know, how did you get into photography to begin with? And was that before you started Metal Maidens and Rockstar?
Honestly, the photography was kind of an accident. I've done it since I was a child. My neighbor was very eccentric, and they didn't have children, and they had antique box cameras and all kinds of cool stuff from England, and you know, so they taught me all about science and everything from building ships and bottles to taking pictures with an antique camera. So it started there really, and then I got a 110 film camera when I was like, I don't know, 10 maybe, and would take pictures of all my animals and stuff. And really, like, around that same time period, you know, New Kids on the Block was popular, and I was a little girl, and I liked New Kids on the Block, and my brother David, he was 10 years older than me, and he would babysit me all the time, and he got fed up one day with my New Kids on the Block, and he came downstairs and tore every tape I had to pieces out of my stereo, and took all my sheets and my dolls and stuff and went out to the grill and started burning them. So, I mean, he was a little hungover, he's a little grouchy, but so I'm on the phone calling my mom, like my brother, David's burning all my shit. And all of a sudden he comes and he hangs up the phone and he's all, "You're not going to listen to this shit anymore." And I was like, "Okay," you know, in tears and shit. And he's like, "This is what you're going to listen to." And he showed me Slayer and Skinny Puppy, and I was like, "Okay, I'm sold." So from then on out, it was industrial and metal, and the harder the better. Cannibal Corpse, Obituary, Mortician, Exhumed, all the really great old school thrash metal bands and death metal bands. And you know, my love for music just kind of grew and grew and grew, and I felt like that's really where I wanted to be at. And all my family members were musicians. My cousin Dave started Skin with Travis. They recorded their demo tape, their very first demo tape, on my karaoke machine in my aunt's living room. So I've been around a long time, and it just kind of happened where I was there, and I'm usually sober, and they're like, "Can you take some pictures for us?" And my camera kept getting better, and my photos kept getting better, and I ended up taking pictures of Slayer and Motorhead and Anthrax and all the people I grew up listening to. So, it's really been a crazy ride to where I am today. But, I really have to thank my mom, because she bought my first camera for me. She was sick of me taking hers, and so she's
Right.
like sick of me taking her Kodak Easy Share to go take pictures of girls in the park, and got me my first digital SLR camera that really took it to a whole new level where, we started being able to get the photo passes and press passes and taking pictures of the big names, which is really what helps the locals. And that's where it all came from. Was the idea was to mix our resident rock stars with our national acts, so that they would take them on the road with them and expose them to their record labels and get them where they needed to be, so that they could make money and support their families doing something that they were good at.
All right. Well, your portfolio is impressive.
Thanks.
We're always excited to see new ones come out. So.
Yeah, I love what I do.
Right. And so the Metal Maidens 2014 calendar is out and available now also,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of photography.
Yes,
You want
it
to tell
is.
us a little bit about that?
The calendar started last year, and it was because we got to the point where we had more than enough girls for a calendar. We actually could have done a 24-month calendar this year and last if we'd wanted to, but we stuck with the 13-month calendar. I'm a big fan of the number 13. I think it's a lucky number, and I like to use it. So we put in an extra month for those of us that forget to get a calendar, and we do an online contest. Since this is our second year, we've really come into having everything operating smoothly this year, and we did an online contest where Wendy was our online winner with over 10,000 votes on her picture. So you can come over here, Wendy, if you want. So Wendy was number 1 with over 10,000 votes, and Veronica from Colorado Springs was number 2. She was up there in the 10,000s as well. And then, so from that, the top 13 girls in that contest got in the calendar, and this is the calendar here. And this is the first year that we've actually featured another photographer in the calendar. So the cover photo and my photo were actually taken by Russ, and he's our resident Rockstar Promotions lead man. So he's the other half of what we do. But basically, it features 13 of the hottest girls in Colorado in the metal scene, and they all worked really hard to get in here. And the whole purpose of it is to direct attention to the website where everybody's hosted at, and bring in more viewers and a constant flow of traffic, so people are seeing the local talent. And it's not just musicians and bands; it's artists and tattoo artists and sculptors and models, and we have comedians even on our website. So and then we have a sports section as well. I'm a huge nerd. I used to do Dagger here in Bellegarth, and a lot of people know me from the sword fighting. So you get a lot of swords and armor and stuff like that in our photo shoots. And we have a whole offbeat sports section with hockey and everything that's not mainstream. And then you get the Metal Maidens. So, and then this year's winners were Heather Hardcore and Rebel Rosie were our actual Iron Maiden and runner-up Metal Maiden for 2014, and they'll be here today for the photo shoot. So those are our face girls for the year. They're going to be out in front of everything, and they'll be giving away their title next year to the winners of next year's contest. So look for them on Facebook and at shows. They're always out at shows, and that's about it.
This calendar was shot at Bishop's Castle, is that correct?
Some of it was.
The cover
It
is,
was
yeah.
shot all over the Front Range. The cover shot is at Bishop's Castle, which is in Rye, Colorado, which it's got an interesting history. It's built by one man since like 1969, I think, or something like that. And he's an eccentric old man, but it's an amazing piece of work. We'll be going back there this year
So
for another
cool.
photo shoot.
That was so much fun. Yeah.
All the photos in the calendar are shot at various locations in Colorado. So Aeon Cruz is our January calendar girl, and this is shot at the Gothic Theater. So And then there's, let's see here.
This February, Aluka.
She was shot at the Loveland Cemetery. And, Rosie was shot at Namaquah Park with the Arcanium drum set. Veronica was at the Garden of the Gods, and she's actually riding her own Harley, or posing with her own Harley in this shot. So, the girls are they really are into the music, and that's something that's rare nowadays, is women who actually like metal and know what they're talking about. And that's what I like about the girls, is that they're real. And this girl really rides this bike, and she really likes metal, and she really knows what she's talking about. So Veronica's was our second place winner on the internet contest, like I said, and she's one of my personal favorites, along with Wendy. And she's been with us since 2007. She's got an audition into Playboy. She's an actress. She's in a movie called Creep Van. All these girls are extremely talented. They're all extremely hardworking, and they're all extremely good looking. and that's kind of a...
Yeah, Danica and Crystal are both in bands locally, and Danica's picture, she's in the calendar as well. What I love about the picture of Danica in here is that she's not showing, TNA like people think that, Metal Maidens, and she still got enough votes to get on the calendar, which is super awesome. I love that. And she's one of the biggest underground metal supporters here in the Denver area.
Her and Crystal both were our winners last year. They tied, actually, for first place. So Crystal Elector, she's a makeup effects artist. She plays bass in the Tramps. She's an amazing person. She's a sculptor. She's an artist. She's a fabulous person. And then Danica, of course, like she said, she plays in a local band, and she's a talented guitar player and snowboarder, and she's an amazing person as well.
Body painter.
Girls like Stevie, who've been around since 2007. She's always been a hard-working metal maiden and loves the metal scene, and actually almost died the day after her photo shoot, so she's our walking miracle. We've got a wide range of girls on the team, and it brings in a wide range of audience members. This is Heather Hardcore. She's our Iron Maiden for 2014, and she'll be here later today. She's a model and a makeup artist, and her boyfriend's in a local band here and everything. So they're all very much in the music scene. If they're not playing in it, they're attending all the shows.
We've got some really exciting events that we'll be covering coming up. We're looking forward to February 2nd, Skeleton Witch and Amana Marth at the Summit Music Hall. February 5th, we'll be doing a promotional shoot and interview with Exhumed, who's been a favorite band of mine for a very long time now, and then a favorite band of Resident Rockstar to interview with. They're always so much fun and participate, and we just love that. And they'll be here with Toxic Holocaust at the Marquee Theater February 5th.
They'll be our featured band next month on the website as well.
And then we're doing a calendar re-release show February 8th at the Aggie Theater in Fort Collins. Arcanium will be headlining along with Lola Black and some other fabulous bands from the area. And we'll have our calendar, we'll have some promotional posters from today's shoot. We have patches, lots of merchandise, so we're really excited that we're getting an opportunity to expand so much on our merchandise and our marketing, and that our team of girls keeps growing so that we can have more people attend events and really help spread the word for local shows as well as national shows.
Yeah, we really want to be wherever the fans are, because we are the fans, and I tell people all the time that the website is built by fans for the bands. Like, we are all fans, we're all family, we're all brothers and sisters, so we all work together.
Yeah. And we're doing a contest right now for our Resident Rockstar Promotions page on Facebook. We're giving out some prizes. We've had a winner win a calendar and a photography shoot with Resident Rockstar Photography. And I have a grand prize of 2 tickets to Exhumed, Metal Maidens calendar, a bunch of stuff for our 1,000th liker. So we're excited about that. It's been amazing how much more support we've gotten and how big our website's gotten with our viewers and people's contributions. On our events calendar, we have events from the local bands in the area, any shows that are up and coming.
All the national acts that are coming through. We've got shows listed into April, I think. So you can check out the calendar at residentrockstar.com for local events in the area that we will most likely be at. We're at every show we can possibly be at. And the other thing is we're all funded out of our own pockets. We pay for everything ourselves. We don't have any corporate funding yet. You know, that's something we might get this year, hopefully. This has been our most, how do we say, busiest year. We've been very active this year. And like I said, we spread out all over the country and all over the world. So hopefully this year we'll get some big endorsements where we can have some more funding and you know, take things to the next level. In March, I'm supposed to be starting a radio show on greenerradio.com or .org, I believe, and I'll be hosting a radio show that's it's a medical marijuana radio station. Everybody knows Colorado's medical marijuana. We legalized that, and then now it's legal recreationally. So it'll be you know, a little bit of the politics behind that sort of thing, and a lot of music. Not just metal. Our motto is massively metal and more, so you can look forward to interviews of all kinds on that show, and music of all kinds.
What's the easiest way for someone to obtain a Metal Maidens calendar?
Come to a show that we're going to be at, or you can get online to our website. You can go to residentrockstar.com, go to our merchandise page, and you can order it online there. You have to pay some shipping charges and stuff, so I recommend people come to shows so they get to meet us and get signatures and stuff like that.
So the February 8th re-release show would be a great opportunity for that.
Yeah, at the Aggie Theater in Fort Collins.
You might be able to get your calendar signed by multiple maidens.
Yes,
Absolutely, we would
pictures
love
and
to,
everything.
yeah.
So, was there anything else in the future that we can look forward to, maybe in the further away future down the road from Resident Rockstar?
You know, my 5 to 7 year plan is for us to be a online magazine, and my 7 to 10 year plan is for us to be a printed magazine. So, you know, I look forward to a radio station and a magazine, and you know, hopefully we're going to take over not just the Front Range, but the rest of the country too.
Right.
This year we're really looking for finding some endorsements and sponsors on a big scale to help support us with what we're doing. And we're just really excited. We're really excited with, we have such a strong team of girls out there for our street team. And we have bands from all over the country submitting their information, letting us know about their shows, or that they're going to be doing, you know, a tour through here, and their local bands in their area. So that's super exciting that they're reaching out to us and sharing that with us so that we can help them as well.
Colorado's certainly gotten to be more on the global map for metal, you know, in particular, and that was evidenced by the Denver Black Sky show this year, and some of the other things that have been going on. So it seems like there's a lot of opportunities, and you guys are already doing that. You know, you have connections all around the world, and so
We've
that's
been
great.
established for a long time, and we're not going anywhere. We're just going to get bigger.
Right.
So, you know, it's all about networking and keeping everybody working together. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, drama in the music scene underground. There's a lot of politics, and, you know, we want to bridge all that and say, hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because y'all like us, and we want y'all to work together. And that's what it's about.
One scene, and we've been really fortunate with all the support that we've gotten. Denver Heavy Metal Society helped sponsor us for our calendar. Runic Body Art in Fort Collins, also they're big fans of ours and supporters of what we do. So it's great to see how many different other artists in the area are behind us, and other promoters in the area. So we really appreciate that.
Just going to keep taking it to the next level.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Great chat, and we hope you have a really great photo shoot today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks.